Now that you're done processing the agent's expenses, let's print them a bill. Agent's expense statements are run in 861. However, before you run your statements, if you want to email the statements to your agents, you'll need to look in I11 at your agent's settings. You'll need to enter their email address on the Info 1 tab. If you click on the Options button, it brings up a secondary screen where you can enter a second email address for billing only. This is useful if the agent wants the statement sent to a separate email address, or if a team leader would like to have his team member statements emailed to him. If you want to send the statement to both, you would enter the team leader's email, followed by a comma, and then the agent's email address. Next, head over to Info 2 tab in I11 to indicate how you would like this agent to receive their statements. Options here are print, email, print and email, or no statement. After you've confirmed these setup options, let's head over to 861. First, select the expense sheet from the drop-down that you would like to run the statements for. Select the end date that you would like to use. The statements will include any charges up to and including this date. If you are a multi-office client, you can choose to run all offices, or you can select a specific office to run. Choose whether to have the statements sorted by the agent number or the agent name. If you choose the option for letterhead paper, the company logo from E11 will print on these statements. You can also choose to include the agent's anniversary date and the overdue breakdown of expenses. You can choose a minimum balance to print a statement for. You can also include the agent's franchise ID, agents without activity, and to flag terminated agents. You can include a message that will appear at the bottom of all of the agent's statements. Next, you can click on the Wolf Media button to set up an ad that will be printed at the bottom of the expense statement. You should then select the Draft Copy checkbox and click on Screen to preview your statements. When you have reviewed the statements and agreed with the totals, you can close the preview and uncheck the Draft Copy checkbox. This will then bring up the Print Email button that you will use to send the agent their expense statements. Please note, if you have not yet posted your recurring expenses, brokerWOLF will give you a warning sign in the top right corner. Before you print these statements, please make sure you've watched part 3 in this tutorial series and post the recurring expenses for these agents. It will then send each agent their statement based on the setting on the Info 2 tab for that agent in I11. It is very important that you do not print the statements to this screen and then email all of your agents. This would mean that all of your agents would receive the preview of all of your agents. When you finish printing or emailing your statements, brokerWOLF will ask you if you would like to flag these statements as being printed. It also tells you the statement number, which will be a year-month format. You should then say yes to flagging the statements. This will move all of the charges and payments printed on these statements to the History tab in 841. This means that the entries can't be edited, but also ensures that the ending balance the agent sees on his last statement is the beginning balance on his next statement. If there was an incorrect entry, you can simply add a negative in 841 under the same code that will show up on the next statement for the agent. Click through to view the final installment in this tutorial series.